Welcome, everyone, to the 1 Million Woman Challenge from coping to choosing with our very own mega champion, Sallie Wagner. Wait until you hear what she brings to our challenge. Welcome, Sallie.
Thank you so much, Carolina. I'm so happy to be here.
I am so excited. You and I are colleagues, and you're one of the mentor experts for PwC Global. And we've done this challenge before, so we know it can be done. The challenge to our challenge this year, we're planning to do it more intentional and really surpass our 1 million woman goal. So tell us, tell our friends about your modality. And you have such an incredible journey in your career in some incredible projects on the go right now. So
Yes,
let's hear
yes.
about
So I love this from cope to choose, right? From coping to choosing, because everything that I do in coaching and in working with real estate agents and everything is based on choice.
it.
um, because that's what it is, right? The quality of our lives is determined by the quality of the choices we make, the decisions that we make, and we don't just do one and done. It's a daily decision. It's a daily choice to be the person we choose to be. It's all about choice. From the admonition or the encouragement that I give people in coaching to live the life that makes you come alive. Well, that's a life that we choose. So we have to know what that is in order to make the choice. It's all about choice.
And it comes with a cost. It comes with sacrifice, and it
Yes.
comes with hard, because
Yes.
everything in life is hard. And
Yes.
we're basically telling you, choose your hard.
Hmm. Absolutely. Yeah.
Right?
If we don't choose, if we don't consciously choose, guess what? The choice is made for us
That's right.
by limiting beliefs. I've had a lot of limiting beliefs in life. I'm sure a lot of other people have too. And unless we're consciously, actively choosing something else, then we're defaulting to those choices that have been made for us by somebody else.
That's right. That's right. And you know what is, as you said, from choosing to hit the snooze button to choosing what your first actions of the day are, whether you jump right into email and get bombarded, get your nervous system bombarded, to
Yes,
really choosing to have a life that where you're not a victim, you're a victor. Because if you see yourself
absolutely.
as a victim of everything that's happening around you, eventually you become your own oppressor.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
I read that, I was just like
Mhm.
absolutely, right? So we make the choice. And I have, through the years, you and I have collaborated for goodness, close to 5 years.
Mhm.
And I have learned so much from you. I mentioned before, you're so generous in your facilitation, and um, so successful when people follow your guidance, right, and your teachings. And what I love about you is, you're a real estate lawyer. You're a lawyer by profession, and then you chose to go beyond. You
Yes,
chose to heal as you practice, to try to reach out and heal that individual, which is, I wish all professionals took on, that responsibility of leadership. And to this day, every time I get dressed, every single morning, and I told you that before, I did a workshop, a webinar with Sally about the Ring of Fire and how to empower yourself as part of your mental, intention, really. And every single day when I put on this ring, I think of the Ring of Fire and the power that comes with it and the responsibility that comes with it. And that's thanks to you. So,
oh,
definitely
thank you.
from coping to choosing, tell us, you have incredible projects, collaboration with publishing, with our PwC Publishing. You have many projects that are coming to us soon, and you have a very special one.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I have book project of 12 books, thanks to you and all of your help. And the first book is The Life That Makes You Come Alive. And what is that? And what does it mean? And how can we choose to live the life that makes us come alive? And then the idea is that once we start living that life, we experience gifts.
Mm.
Kind of analogous to fruit of the spirit, if you're familiar with scriptures, those kinds of things are available to us when we choose them, and we can choose to manifest things in our life like joy. And it is a choice, right? We're not dependent on circumstances. That's happiness. Joy comes from within, and it is a decision that we make. It's like the difference between a thermostat and a thermometer. And when we set our joy thermostat, we're choosing joy.
That's right. Okay, so please, can you expand on that analogy of the thermostat versus thermometer?
Absolutely. So happiness, and in the book on joy, I talk about the root words of happiness and where that all comes from, and it basically comes from things that happen, things that are in our world around us, external to us. Joy is something that is internal to us. It's something that we manifest, and then we express it to the world. So we can choose. The joy is the thermostat. So it's a definite conscious decision that we make to set our level of joy in life. How joyful do we want to be? Happiness is the thermometer, where we're just responding to external circumstances. So that's where the decision comes in every day, a decision to be joyful, regardless.
And you know what, the regardless, and this is part of your message as well, how embracing your shadow, and also how the acceptance of a negative circumstance is actually a positive
Yes.
event in your life.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not like we're bliss ninnies running around and
So
toxic positivity.
We're not walking around with a grin like, some intellectually questionable person.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not that. It's
not
that.
It's really
in
being able to see yourself in your context.
Yes,
it's responsibility for it.
Yes, absolutely. It's not sugarcoating what the circumstances are, because we've all had some really bleak circumstances in life, right?
Life is hard.
I'm sorry.
Life is hard.
It is hard. It is hard. And the joy, that internal quality that we express to the world, is what helps us through that journey that can be very difficult sometimes. Even though our circumstances, as I said, may be bleak, that joy gets us through it, because we know that the circumstances are just temporal. The joy is eternal. That's the eternal part of us.
Sometimes what appears to be bleak turns out that with faith and joy and focus, you'll be amazed the miracles that surface.
Absolutely.
Which lead us to Matthias' journey.
Yes, my husband. So he 3 years experienced a brain aneurysm. He has a malformation in his brain. Absolutely no warning signs, just boom. Beautiful Sunday afternoon was suddenly bleak, bleaker than anyone can imagine. And, and the prognosis was horrible. And I didn't listen to him, and I talked to him. The studies show that the last sense to go when people are dying is the hearing. And so I talked to him, and I said, follow the sound of my voice. And he, after a few hours of that, he started to respond. And now here we are 3 years later, and he's making amazing progress. And so, as hard as it is, every day I express joy, because that's a high frequency. If I'm down, if I'm moping, and I've had my moments, don't get me wrong, that pardon me, that's not good for him, because he needs high frequency energy for healing.
That's right.
He is healing, and he is recovering, and it's just an amazing journey. I'm so sorry. It's an amazing journey to be on with him.
Yeah, and and I had the privilege to meet Matthias recently,
Yes.
And we are going to be sharing and publishing by his own choice his
Yes.
journey, because as a physician himself, he understands how important it is for people to know the stories. And, these stories of miracles, yes, of course, they're divine intervention, but it still comes down to your free will in the
Yes.
choices that you make and the choices that those around you make.
Yes.
So we have, I am so grateful and so honored and so humbled and a little bit scared, which is good, to because it's just such an incredible task, and I hope to do right by it and to change lives
Yes.
and to make Matia's journey a beacon of hope for so many. So
Yes.
more to come on that, because Sallie is with us in on every front. So absolutely. So the 1 million woman challenge is, basically we are looking to positively impact 1 million women and bring about the philosophy and personal ethos and personal conviction that coping is not meant to be a destination. It's meant to be a bridge. Just like Sallie said, it doesn't mean that we don't face difficulty. It doesn't mean that we are not at times brought to our knees, but it means that we turn around and we live to fight another day, and the fight doesn't go away. And once you're aligned with purpose and you realize that within all the things that you cannot control in life, you still have choices. You still choose. You choose what you learn from it. You choose how you receive it. You choose what you do with what's given to you. And
Yes.
be it gifts or be it lessons, right? So that is our challenge. We're hoping to reach 1 million women. And, if it sounds like an overwhelming task, really, we have our initial set of champions, which there's 10, 20 of us, which are generally are subject matter experts. They're a community of thought leaders that we travel the world, hoping to bring light to anybody that needs to receive this message, right? The messages that we bring, we're interdisciplinarians. In this case, Sallie is a lawyer by career, but she's got her own healing practice and her own practicum for healing with energy and frequency. And we'll put her contact information. Her books are fabulous. Her webinars change lives. Like I mentioned, I have witnessed it firsthand. So when 10 of us activate 10 people, those 10 people activate 10 people, 5 rounds of that, we reach the million. So if you're thinking, they don't know what they do. uh, Third time we're doing the Million Woman Challenge. We did it the first time in 2017. And I remember being on stage at a live Powerful Women Today event. And when I said it, because, I get excited and, this is calm, Carolina, on stage. It's like, I'm a little bit more of a toddler on espresso. And so it's going on and on and on. And I said, you know what? We're going to reach 1 million women. And I remember the audience just looking at me like, okay, and how will you like, they were not saying no, they were just saying how are you planning to do this? And we set off not knowing what we were doing. That's where action comes in trust and faith. We just figured we're doing this. Took us 5 years the first time around, and this is all documented, right? Because I'm a researcher, so of course everything has to be documented. Because coming from a lawyer, my brother taught me that it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. So everything we do is documented. And the second time around, we did it in 2021. It took us 3 years to reach 1 million women. And we reach more people than that, but we're kind of counting women, right? And so this time around, we're hoping to achieve 1 million women in 12 to 18 months. I know we can do better than that. I know we can do it faster and to really have that positive impact. We're now bigger as an organization. And we have, we serve 5 economic ecosystems. I was mentioning to you that on LinkedIn alone last year, we did a bit over 300,000 impressions, just PWT and myself, because I have a lot to say. And that's, if we include all of our activators and our ambassadors and all of our mentor experts, for sure we surpass that. So I know we are set for success. And of course, Sallie is with us all the way. And we'll put all of her contact information. She has a gift for everyone that connects with her, and that is an incredible book. So it's an ebook. There's no cost associated to it. And that is her way to get us started. So thank you, Sallie. And any parting words for today?
Just make the choices. I'm reminded of a quote from Ralph Waldo Emerson: "The only person you're destined to become is the person you decide to be." So it's all about the choice.
Okay, that's going to carry me through the day. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Sallie. And
You.
1 million women to go. Thanks so much. Take care. Until next time.